So this is Andy Graham with Automation Anytime. Let's get to the point real quick. What's changed in search engine optimization SEO? All kinds of things. A volume of things year after year. The change rate is perplexing for some. Not because it's dramatic changes, but sometimes there's tiny miniature changes that dramatically affect the outcome of various sites, how they rank, and the traditional rules. So there are published rules by Google on the internet that are generalized. And some people, similar to myself, but potentially sometimes get a little bit perturbed that they're generalized rules, but the specific rules are modified and changed and are basically become perplexing for some people. So in other words, predicting AI and artificial intelligence algorithms for search engines, whether paid ads or organically, becomes interesting for some, very interesting for others. Here at Automation Anytime, we view things through in the best light that we possibly can. In other words, it can be difficult if you want to basically optimize return on spend efficiently for mostly individual users. There's some ad networks that you can bulk buy and they already have something systemized, but sometimes an individual bidding manually or a combination of manually and with artificial intelligence can actually outperform potentially some things. I found that previously. I have yet to necessarily find that out currently. As far as I know, it's just a matter of to do with budget spend and things like that. So at this point, artificial intelligence is still is extremely useful for us anyways, because we don't have dedicated people. We don't have all kinds of employees working on the campaign. We've built some things automated, but there's a limitation to that. It's potentially incredibly powerful and useful, but there's still various limitations. So with that being said, stated, basically, how do you win in with search engine optimization? Well, there's a combination of things. So for example, what I was considering buying a couple of domain names. A little bit comical, but what would be the point? What would be the use? Should I build the sites? Should I link to the sites? Will they be non-relevant sites? Should I keep the links that are to other sites on my pages or not? That sometimes causes a conundrum. So for example, a domain name. I'm gonna post another a recording about a slightly comical domain name consideration. Anyways, thanks for listening. Until next time.